What's up, makers? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nate Javier and I'm super excited to be here with you on day 9 of Giftmas. This year for Giftmas we are doing all sorts of real cool magic for you. I know last year we did a bunch of gags, but this year we want to show you basics of magic and some things that really get you into it. I know we want to make that change, and we want you to make that change for the better, to freak people out and make them cry and think about their lives, while you can be Sorcerer Supreme. Today, I want to share with you something very special to my heart. So, on the 9th day of Giftmas, the makers bring to you the back palm. Back palm, everybody knows it. Oh, Nate, oh my gosh, we learned that. No. This is like good old-fashioned, classic back palming that you would learn from, grandmasters many moons ago when Baron Bison roamed the plain. So with that, let's get into it. Well, that's weird. We didn't change the shot. Guess that transition was wasted on you guys. Oh well. So let's get into the back palm. Back palm, super classic of magic. Everybody knows it, where you can have a card. A lot of people go, oh yeah, look, it's gone and it's back. It's gone and it's back. It's gone. It's back. And no, don't. If you do this, shame on you. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow. The back palm is more than just a vanish and reappear kind of thing. It's a great utility. When done right, you can show your hand. I know some guys who do it as a drop and then they bring it back later, or they drop it, show both sides, and then bring it back. We're going to teach you these intricacies, so let's talk about a little bit about the beginning. The back palm should be held at kind of like thumb height. So you have these baselines on your fingers. For me, that works really well for being a good measure of where my back palm is going to start. From the back side, here's what's going to happen. You're going to go rocker on it, and then you're going to straighten back out. You bring it in like Spider-Man, bring it back out with the card still in your finger. Your pinky and your index, these two are going to be guides for your card. So as your thumb stays stationary, your middle and your ring finger roll in to this kind of motion, giving you, that kind of like bullhorn, whatever you want to call it. What's neat is your pinky and your index will now straddle it and clip these two bottom corners. From your perspective, bottom corners. I guess from the side, it could be the side corners. But you just want a little bit. You want them just to contact just a little bit. So as you straighten out your fingers, yeah, I got some play here with that corner. But these aren't really meant for this kind of manipulation. And I've definitely bent the living daylights out of that card, so we're going to go to a different one. 8 of spades, because ace of spades wasn't enough. Now we got the 8 of spades. Nobody needs that card, so we're going to use the 2 of diamonds. You're going to let it be in there. I guess fully relaxed. You can see that the windows are pretty big. You want to close those up, and you're literally just clipping the corners of this card in between your fingers. So yeah, you can probably see a little bit of white there, but as you move your hand, those corners kind of disappear, and you want it to look super relaxed. Being well lit against a brick wall is probably not the best idea, because you guys can see those shadows, but because this is a tutorial, I don't care. You're going to clip it, those bottom corners, straighten your fingers out, and you get blank hand. Now, what else can you do with this? Well, from here, you got to reproduce it. So one way is to curl those fingers, all 4 back in, use your thumb, touch that upper corner, hold on to it, and straighten your fingers back out, maintaining where your thumb is, and just hold on to it. So in full motion, it disappears, comes back. Disappears, comes back. Now, the way I learned it was Jeff McBride's Art of Card Manipulation, where you get rid of it, and then one way to bring it back is like that. Easiest way to describe this is your middle finger curls in, and you're going to do this. Your middle finger curls in and makes a cross with your index finger. Because of all that pressure that's on this card from bending, it'll just fly off into non-existence. It'll just Nobody caught that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's an old manipulator move right there. Once it's in back palm, if you just create the good luck sign with your middle finger and your index and let it slip off the pinky, you'll get this fun little pop move. So you can throw it down, look up, and bring it back. Now the big thing about this is not a lot of small movements and, oh yeah, look at that, that was so cool. No, don't do that. Bad llama. It's just as fluid as possible, and yes, I know I'm trying to get you guys to see where the card goes. It's one fluid motion, it's gone. As you let it rest, then you bring it back out. Fluid out. You can always double prove it. Back palm, and there's a way to turn over your hand and show the other side. It's a little knacky, but essentially you're going to turn your hand over, same way that you kind of start off with. Your thumb's going to secure it against the front knuckles of your middle and your ring. Extend your fingers out to clip the top corners now, and you're going to do basically a reverse back palm. It's going to be clipped right there. So it goes from this position, and you have it here, bring it back up, clip those as you turn your hand over. So it's back palm, bring it over like that, to which your hand's super empty. Stretch it out and turn your hand back over. So you can show it, bring it back however you wish. So now we got to this point where you can take the card, back palm it down, and you don't want to just leave this up here. That looks really awkward. Instead, you can be like, okay, well, take the card and, oh, I dropped it. Covering it up, you know, making that movement part of it. Some people kick their foot up, produce it from there. That's an old manipulator move. You can show both sides, make it appear like this. But here's a fun little tidbit, and maybe in the future I'll show you old card manipulator moves. If you take maybe 5 or 6, get them in a stack, put them into a back palm. These cards are not broken in as well as they should be, so you should probably have really good cards for this, or fanning cards, manipulator cards, whatever you want to call it. If you take your thumb with a stack back palmed on your hand, just slightly move your index finger out of the way, you can actually gain property on that on that face card. And if you pull your thumb back, the card will whip around your index finger. Oops. It'll whip around and end up facing outward perpendicular. So in full motion, let's see if I can do this like that, which covers up those fun corners that you just couldn't get rid of earlier. It's a great way to actually make multiple cards produced out of thin air. Let's go, boop. You can do a whole fan of them if you want, whatever you want to go through. Take them. 1, 2, 3. On the last one, I can do the whole prove and then make it appear. 4. And you can rewind. You can try that yourself if you actually want to. Some people I know will produce, 1 and then produce a full fan. Those are options. And if you want to go into card manipulation like that, I'm definitely willing to do this. So I guess let's transition back to the outro. The shot has not changed. Nothing at all. Just trying to make it more dramatic for you at home. That was the back palm. It's one of the most essential things to do if you're into card manipulation, or if you want to do a stage act with cards. A whole lot of really good stuff comes out of this. If you want More tips on this: don't use greenback cards, especially against a red background. If I had this, I'd probably be using red bicycles, because believe it or not, no matter the color of your skin, those little windows that may appear blend in really well with your flesh when you're just trying to get through it. It's super simple to make little changes like that. Make sure you use a nicer deck, so not something that's gunked up and disgusting and sticky, but it should be broken in, so it's super soft to the touch. The difference between a broken in deck and a new deck is when you get a new deck out, you can feel how stiff it is and how unflexible it is. Whereas a broken in deck, you feel how soft they feel when you shuffle, when you move them around. So that would probably be best. And again, remember, you want to use something that'll blend into that background. That way you don't get weird windows that look green against a red brick wall. Well, that was it. That was day 9 of Giftmas. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Check out tomorrow, day 10. It's going to be solid. And if you want to continue on this little magic journey, smack that top link. It's a playlist we put together just for you. Or give that bottom a big old smack, that bottom link. And it's leave it up to chance. See what YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you for watching. Keep making that magic.